Sing 2 is a sequel to a cartoon movie musical about a talent show involving various different animals singing their hearts out. So what did I think of it? Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above. I have a mixture of streaming and cinema movie reviews on there since I was unable to go to cinema for a couple of weeks for obvious reasons, and so yeah, I've got a few different things on there, and as I say, all of them are spoiler free. So I did go and see Sing 2 as promised. I was going to try and make it a double header, but I have been very tired this week, and so was only able to do the one. But it is a sequel to a cartoon movie musical about talent shows involving these animals and singing and putting on a show and what have you. So it all sounds very sort of contrived when you break it down like that, but I had an absolute whale of a time seeing this film. I laughed, I sat there smiling, the people next to me were loving it as well. So of course people had booked tickets in the seats directly next to me. Why would you do that? The cinema was literally half empty, maybe even less, maybe it was like a quarter full, if that. But yeah, they were in the seats next to me. Whatever. They were having a whale of a time as well though, but it was the moments where I was just sat there going, and actual laughs out loud as well. And I've seen some comedy movies recently where I have not laughed out loud at all. So the fact that I laughed out loud at this one was fantastic. I would say that the cinema that I saw it in was putting it on at quite a loud volume. I think maybe they were expecting more people, or the showing beforehand had been fuller because it was more of an after school time showing, this being a U-rated film. And so it was ever so slightly too loud for me. So there were moments where it was a little bit painful. But then, I do still have a little bit of earache left over from being poorly. So maybe it was just that. But I did find myself kind of wanting to sing along with some of the numbers. I thought some of the numbers were really, really clever. And I thought that they sort of, the way they did a take on the sort of theatre scene and local theatre versus, bigger stage numbers. And then they went to this kind of fake Vegas that's obviously Vegas, but it's called something else because they obviously weren't allowed to call it Vegas in this imaginary world. I really, really liked that. And we had this kind of Vegas tycoon guy, one of these entertainment industry moguls who, has connections and has goons working for him that are gonna rough you up if you do something wrong. I thought that was a really clever inclusion as well. And there were some jokes in there that were definitely put in for the adults in the room. There were some jokes in there for the parents. So if you are thinking of taking your children to go and see this one, know that there are those jokes in there for the parents, because there were some risque jokes in there. In the description at the beginning where it shows you the fact that it's a U, but then it tells you. And I think there was something about like mild innuendo or like mild threat of violence or something like that in there, and I was like, innuendo in Sing 2. I'm just not sure about that, but there really was some innuendo in there, and I laughed out loud at that bit, and so did some other adults in the cinema. It was an interesting mix of us. There was a few parties where it was children and the adults that belonged to those children, but there was quite a lot of people like me that was like adults with their partner or with their friend, or there was a group of 4 adults in front of me as well, and so I really do think it is a universal suitable for everyone. It deserves that U rating, and as I say, I enjoyed the sort of innuendo in there. And then this media mogul guy was exactly how you would imagine. I think he was the guy that was played by Bobby Cannavale, and so you could kind of hear it coming through his voice. He was genuinely quite scary, and the fact that he was a wolf character as well says an awful lot. And he sort of plays the sort of Simon Cowell character at the beginning, buzzing people off these talent shows, but then he wants to produce this musical and, what's going to go right, what's going to go wrong. There's even a sort of influencer style character in there as well, played by Halsey, which I thought again was excellent casting. I just thought the general casting of the extra characters on top of the characters from Sing 1 was really well cast and really well kind of like, well, they've done Sing, how different can Sing 2 be? Like, surely we're just taking the concept and kind of doing it all again. But actually, it made for a really different film. It was one of these movies where I didn't think about like, oh, maybe I should leave and go to the bathroom just now, or, oh, you know, maybe I want to go and get a snack here. No, I was watching the film. I was enjoying the film. I was laughing along. I wanted to sing along, but I didn't because I was in a cinema and people paid to see the screen, not to see me. And yeah, sat there smiling. And I just think that it was just a great time. It was just a nice thing to do after work one day. As I say, I went on a Wednesday night, so the cinema was not full, but I imagine if you went to go and see this one at the weekend, it would still be quite full, because for a Wednesday, I think it was a 5 p.m. showing or 5:20 showing. It was, you know, busier than I expected it to be, and it was an interesting mix of people as well. There was me there with my coffee, and the people next to me, directly next to me, also had their coffee, and so it was just a really good evening. Do I think that you need to spend your cinema going money to see this one on the big screen? I think the CGI, the animation in this one was really spectacular. However, I think if you're going to see this one with littles, then obviously you won't lose out on an awful lot by seeing it at home, by waiting until they can be at home and they can watch it in parts, or they can get up and do whatever in the middle of it. However, I did enjoy the fact that it is a musical, and so we got that musical, you know, number, surround sound, Dolby Atmos thing going on in the cinema. And I really thought that the animation was fantastic, and so I enjoyed seeing it on the big screen. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see it? Yes, it's an excellent film. Does it have to be seen on the big screen? Absolutely it does not, but I think that the sound was enhanced by seeing it on the big screen, and I really enjoyed the fact that it was the only one film that I went to see in cinemas this week. I'm very happy with that, and I would definitely consider going and seeing this one again, and taking children to go and see it as well. Why not? It is a family film, it is a you. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if there is a particular film you want me to go to the cinema and see and review here for you next week, I am perfectly open to that. Let me know in the comments below. Or if there is something coming to streaming, or has just come to streaming, a film or a series, and you want me to review that here as well, again, let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss out on next week's movie review. And even though I said this last week and then it didn't happen, this week I have my January wrap up and my February TBR coming your way in terms of bookish content in the week, so make sure you hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on those. But with that being said, I will see you with another movie review next weekend if I don't see you in the week with my bookish content. Thanks for watching.